Earlier this month, former South Carolina governor and former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, announced she was running for president. She is the second Republican, following former President Donald Trump, to jump into the ring, but she's the first Republican to formally announce she's challenging Trump to the presidency. It creates a bit of an awkward dynamic because Nikki Haley was obviously a part of the Trump administration when she was U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. While Trump has been relatively easy on Haley in terms of attacks, saying that he said if she wanted to run, she should go ahead and do what she needed to do, we do know that Haley right now is trailing in the polls compared to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who is expected to announce his candidacy later this year. That begs the question, why did Haley announce her candidacy so early compared to other potential presidential contenders? Haley's strategy allows her to build a donor base and to get out in front of voters in early states like Iowa and New Hampshire and her own home state of South Carolina. These three states are obviously very important to Republican primary voters because they're the first states to go in the Republican primary calendar. And of course, Nikki Haley won't be the only South Carolinian potentially running for president. Senator Tim Scott said earlier this month that there was room for two South Carolinians to run for president, a reference at his potential candidacy for president. Haley is arguably one of the most qualified Republicans in the potential GOP primary field so far. We do know that Haley has legislative experience that she gained while serving in the South Carolina legislature. She then went on to get executive experience serving as governor of South Carolina. And she also has experience in foreign policy, serving as U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. That already sets her apart from other potential candidates, including Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida, former Governor Asa Hutchinson of Arkansas, and Governor Glenn Youngkin of Virginia. However, she still will have to compete with former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, former President Trump, and former Vice President Mike Pence, who also share similar pools of experience with Haley.